Being a Jewish student on campus this past year has been extremely challenging.
It's definitely been different than it's been in the past.
Life on campus for Jewish students right now is hard.
It can be quite frightening.
It is so exhausting and hard. I feel like as a Jewish student, I'm going back to campus to fight for my right to exist.
I went to a Jewish day school, I got to college, and I felt pretty comfortable on a campus with 4,000 Jews. And then all of a sudden on October 7th, I got reminded of the hate that's always kind of lurking in the shadows for the Jewish people.
There are people coming from the community who come onto campus and chant horrible things like intifada, death to Jews, and we're afraid to walk on campus.
Before October 7th, anytime that I would bring up being Jewish or being Israeli, students would meet me with a sense of curiosity. But after October 7th, I'd say that people are less warm and more cold when they hear that I'm Jewish or Israeli.
The ideas underlying the anti-Semitism that we're observing on campus were around long before 10/7. But what has happened since 10/7 is that these ideas have burst out into the open. So this idea of Jews as the people responsible for oppression and all that is wrong in society is circulating, and it's dangerous.
I had a student come up to me and he said that I should go back to where I came from. And I extended my arm and showed him my skin color, and I said, "Where exactly do you think I came from?" I'm both Ashkenazi and Mizrahi, and he was kind of taken aback. He had never really thought that Jews came from anywhere other than Europe before 1948. So it was really astonishing to see the ignorance on campus.
I think a lot of people are desensitized to anti-Semitism. And also I think people are desensitized to what we see online, whether it's, hate speech or anti-Semitic chants. And it makes it really difficult for Jewish students to take part in their activities on campus and off campus as well.
We need support because we're students like anyone else. A university has an obligation to ensuring that its students are able to access the education that we're seeking out in an unbiased way.
Throughout history, Jews have been attacked, and whenever the early warning signs occur, nobody has done anything. Nobody has said anything historically. So now, what I would say to these university directors or presidents is when you see the early warning signs, actually say something. Because when historically we didn't, it just gets worse and worse.
It's really important to note that Israel and the Jewish people are inextricably linked. Israel is a fabric of our identity. It's not something that you can remove from the identity of the Jewish people.
All we really want and all we are really asking for is to be able to exist and thrive as students on our campuses and not to be targeted, not to be bullied, harassed, or feel unsafe because of our identity, just as any student would want.
I think the biggest and most important thing that universities and colleges and administrators can do is follow their code of conduct. Give the appropriate consequences to students' actions like you would do for any other group or any other cause breaking the code of conduct.
University officials, it's your time to step up right now. You see a student body that's suffering, you see a group of Jewish students that feel targeted and scared to be on your campus. Show them that you're there for them. Show up for them.
Universities can start to support Jewish students by asking us what our needs are.
Just showing up means so much. I remember, especially after October 7th, my university has a university chaplain who sort of oversees all of the religious life on campus. And he took the time to come to our vigil. And he's not Jewish, but he really wanted to make sure his students were being taken care of, and that's something I'll never forget.
What brings me joy as a Jewish student? That's an easy question. My community. I am so grateful for our community at Cornell. It is truly special.
Knowing that I have a place to go every Friday night, knowing that at the end of Saturday, we're going to be making Havdalah together. We will be doing that no matter what. That consistency, that support is really what brings me joy.
Seeing Jewish students studying together, talking about how we can apply Jewish values to our broader university community, all of that gives me a huge amount of joy.
It's really amazing to look around, whether it's at Hillel, whether it's at my Jewish fraternity, and to see my Jewish brothers and sisters standing proudly. And it really brings me a sense of hope and optimism for the future.